Hey, quick heads up, the camera is going to be a little bit out of focus for the entire reading. I was playing around with my camera settings and I got it wrong. This is the second of 2 videos that are affected this way. I think the reading's pretty good actually, so I do appreciate your patience. Let's go to my kitchen. Hello to all my freedom-loving woo homies out there. It's your boy Sid, the tarot guy next door, with a collective reading for Pisces season, which begins on Saturday, February 18th. And the question that I shuffled on is, what should we be preparing for? I know that sounds ominous, but a lot of people, for a lot of different reasons, are saying that March is going to be quite the month, and Pisces season takes place mostly in March. So let's see. I just cut the deck. I'm going to do a 10-card Golden Dawn spread, as I usually do. And as always, there are 3 oracle card readings here. 3 oracle cards to the side. You can pick which one or which ones resonate with you, and we'll get to that after. So, do I have anything else to say? I don't know. So, the general energy that we have is the Queen of Coins reversed. This is very interesting. I'm gonna be real. Whenever I pull the Queen of Coins, I end up spamming the word patience and focus a lot, and she is in reverse. So I'm reading it right now as anticipation, as nervousness, which is kind of understandable. It's kind of implied in the way I even framed the question too. So now next we have 2 cards for the underlying influences, and we have, what is this? This is the 5 of Swords. Okay. And the 5 of Wands, 2 5s. Honestly, I'm surprised that this is below the surface. That's weird. If I would have expected to see the 5 of Swords and the 5 of Wands in this reading, I would have expected to see it above the surface. So if this is what's happening below the surface, what's happening above the surface? We have the 6 of Wands. And what is this? The Lovers reversed. Okay. So now all of this is suddenly making sense. And I'm glad I didn't say too much as I was revealing the cards one at a time. Let me just adjust this for you. So here's the deal. I have the feeling that what we should be preparing for, or at least this zoom in on the present moment as it appears now, is things looking nice on the surface, but a bit of trouble in paradise at home, or in private, so to speak, which might influence our ability to prepare for the major shifts that are potentially in line. So yeah, let's look at the 2 cards in the past here. We have the 9 of Cups, oh boy, and the Queen of Wands reversed. That's interesting. I don't have much from the Queen of Wands reversed yet at this point, but what I'm getting from the 9 of Cups leading into the present moment, especially tying in to the last couple readings that I've done for the collective woo homies, is that whatever solution that we have come up with to bring to the table to like actually help bridge people over into this new world, or at least a world that is closer to the one that we want to create, as opposed to like the trend. I'm taking this reading so far as a warning that we may have ruffled some feathers, and that tying it back to the question, what should we be preparing for, it might be for the feathers that we've ruffled to somehow manifest above the surface. I'm saying this with 3 cards left to go. I am tempted to throw them all down, but I'm gonna start by looking at the future here. What is this? This is the Chariot reversed. So we have the Hangman and the Chariot reversed. This is actually this is looking quite optimistic. So here's the thing. I think the warning inherent, and I know we have arguably the most important card left to go. I think that the reading so far is saying that the things that we have been doing to help build this bridge towards the world that we want to create may have upset some people. However, to not let them get to us, and there might be an important message of hope that whatever feathers that we've ruffled in order to grant the wish that has brought us to this present moment is something that we are more than capable of dealing with. And it's also part of the process coming to the hangman here. The chariot reversed can also be, the chariot reverse can sometimes be an invitation to reflect and reassess and do a kind of post-mortem. But I don't want to read into it too much before revealing the last card, which is the bridge from the past to the future. And we have the Emperor. Haha. It's funny too. What makes this funny, and we have the Magician at the bottom of the deck. What makes this funny is that the Empress has been accompanying us for all of Aquarius season, and now heading into Pisces season, her husband is making an appearance here. So let me stare at these cards a little to really stitch all of this together. But this is one of the another one of these readings, especially with both of these fives here coming up very early in the reading. It was kind of looking like it wasn't going to be as optimistic as it ended up being. Let me see what I can stitch together. So in short, the answer to the question, what should we be preparing for, is that the things that we should be preparing for, the tensions that may or may not have been created in our network, either related to the actions that we've done up until this point or not, to come to the surface. I think that is the inherent warning here. But the solution with the Emperor here is to, really get your ducks in a row, lock your shit down, and don't give them so much attention to the point where they knock you off your A game. While I was staring at these cards in silence, I thought, I'm pretty sure this is a RuPaul quote. I don't watch Drag Race, but I'm pretty sure this is where it comes from. If they don't pay your bills, pay them no mind. And I think that, we have two pips here in the face of some major arcana cards and a court card here. So I think that the Queen of Coins here that we open this reading with is reminding us to not lose our focus. I think the message of focus is what is coming to the light with coming to the front with the Queen of Coins reversed, more than a lack of patience, and to just remember that the complaints of people who don't matter should not matter. The main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. That is an actual quote from Brendan Burchard, a life coach, for lack of a better phrase. Now, one thing that I want to do before going to the Oracle card reading, because this Queen of Wands reversed honestly is confusing to me, and while I was staring at these cards, I knew I wanted to pull a clarifying card on the Queen of Wands reversed, and we have the Knight of Swords. So it might be that whatever we have done, we might feel, this might be disappointment that we haven't made more progress than we have. That is kind of how these energies are combining. And it's the simplest, even though we might not have made as much progress as we would like to have made up until this point, I think it's important to acknowledge the progress that we have made, and to prepare for, again, no matter what angle you're coming at the month of March from, the general consensus among most of the content that I listen to is that March is shaping up to be a big month. And there is potentially another really huge shift happening right after Pisces season ends, specifically 3 days after Pisces season ends. If you know, you know. So on that note, we will move to the Oracle card portion. So if you chose the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, your card is Devotion. Oh, this is Saturn in Libra. Saturn in Libra. What I'm getting from this is to not let the disappointments lead you astray from the path that you're on. Whenever I pull this card, something that it took me a while for me to not get a little sad whenever I would contemplate this, but this bird here, devotedly looking after this dead bird, there is a question of honor, like honoring what has been and staying true to the course. That's what's coming through to me based off of the context of this whole reading. If you chose the Moon Oracle, your card is the goddess Isis. This is very interesting. Let me stare at this for a moment here. Okay, having stared at this card for a bit, I must say that the goddess Isis isn't adding much to the reading that I haven't already said, but if you chose this card, this is reaffirming the message that don't let the haters distract you from what you know you're really doing. This is the way that this deck is designed. They've assigned the goddess Isis to the sign of Leo, and it's in this red circle here means staying the course, basically. So if you combine those two things, it really plays well into this whole reading, and it doubles down on the message of if they ain't paying your bills, don't pay them no mind, and you know what you're doing, and don't let people sow doubt in you. All right, yeah. If you chose the Star Codes card, your card is Capricorn. Achieve. Well, there are a couple ways to interpret this card. It could be to focus on checking off the milestones in order to get to where you want to go. But there's also a potential throwback to Capricorn season, which was honestly the first meaning that came to mind. And remember the messages of Capricorn season, which really revolved around finding a way to solve concrete problems for people. First of all, if you don't feel like you've done that, be gentle with yourself. It's only been a couple months. That's fine. But it is a reminder of that message as well. So that is what I have for you. If this reading resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up. It really does help out a lot. This is looking like, it's looking like some turbulence that we are more than ready to deal with if we approach it from the right angle. And hopefully you have the right angle, which is fuck the haters, keep walking your path and do it, all right? So on that note, y'all take care. You have a great Pisces season. I'll see you shortly for the new moon reading. All right, take care.